Aboard the massive starship Zychron, deep in the uncharted regions of the galaxy, the alien scientists moved quickly through the glowing corridors, their scales shimmering under the bright lights. The hum of the engines echoed like a low heartbeat, reminding everyone of the vast emptiness outside. The aliens had traveled for centuries, studying countless worlds and species, but none had surprised them like the humans. Dr. Zeldar, one of the lead scientists of the research team, paused in front of a large holographic screen. His 3 eyes widened as he scrolled through a file labeled human reproduction data. Impossible, he muttered under his breath. The numbers did not make sense. Humans multiplied faster than any species the aliens had ever recorded. They survived in environments that should have been impossible for them, and they adapted to situations almost instantly. The other scientists gathered around, curiosity and disbelief written on their faces. Check again, one of them said, her voice trembling slightly. Maybe there is a mistake in the calculations. Dr. Zeldar shook his head. No, the data is correct. These humans are the most fertile creatures we have ever studied. Their reproduction rate is off the charts compared to any galactic species we know. The room fell silent, a quiet tension filling the air. Each alien knew that such a discovery could change their understanding of the galaxy forever. In all their explorations, no species had ever challenged the balance of life like humans did. They had underestimated humans for centuries, thinking of them as primitive and fragile, but this data suggested something completely different, something extraordinary. Outside the research chamber, the stars streaked by as the Zychron moved faster than light. The aliens often stared out into the void, wondering what other secrets the universe held. But now, one question burned in every mind aboard the ship: could humans really reproduce faster than any other species in the galaxy, and if so, what did that mean for the future? Dr. Zeldar decided that observation alone was not enough. He called for a special mission. One team would secretly visit a human colony on a distant planet. Their goal was to study humans up close without interference. The aliens wanted to understand how humans could survive, thrive, and multiply in such extreme conditions. As the mission team prepared, the tension grew. Some aliens were excited, eager to witness the humans firsthand. Others were nervous, fearing that humans might be more dangerous than they appeared. We must proceed carefully, Dr. Zeldar said, his voice calm but firm. These creatures may be fragile in appearance, but the data shows they are unlike any species we have encountered. Meanwhile, on the human colony, life went on as usual. Humans worked together to build shelters, grow food, and care for their young. They laughed, argued, and celebrated small victories, completely unaware that alien eyes were watching from the darkness above. The aliens observed silently, fascinated by the humans' resilience. Each small act of survival seemed to confirm what the data had already shown. Humans were strong, clever, and astonishingly fertile. Back on the starship, Dr. Zeldar could hardly contain his excitement. He projected the human colony onto the holographic screen, watching as families grew and communities thrived. Look at that, he whispered, pointing to a group of children playing near a river. They are multiplying faster than any species in recorded history. The other scientists exchanged glances, some skeptical, some awed. This is more than just reproduction, one said. Humans adapt, survive, and flourish under conditions that would destroy other life forms. Their strength is not just in their numbers, but in their ability to overcome every challenge. A murmur ran through the room. The aliens had always believed that power came from technology, strength, or numbers, but humans had something different, something unpredictable, something that could not be measured by conventional science. We must continue our study, Dr. Zeldar said. We need to understand how humans can do this, and what it means for the galaxy. As the Zychron moved closer to the human world, the tension on board reached its peak. Every alien aboard felt a mix of fear, curiosity, and awe. They had discovered a species that defied expectations, a species that could change the balance of life across the galaxy, and they knew that what they were about to witness would be remembered for centuries to come. Dr. Zeldar leaned back, staring at the holographic display. Prepare the observation team, he ordered. We are about to uncover the greatest secret of the galaxy, and it all begins with humans. The stars outside the ship shimmered like diamonds. The Zychron raced toward the human colony, and the aliens braced themselves for the discovery of a lifetime. Little did they know that humans would continue to surprise them at every turn. Their resilience, adaptability, and fertility would leave the galaxy stunned, and the story of humanity was only just beginning. The alien observation ship hovered silently above the human colony, hidden behind a dense layer of clouds. Dr. Zeldar watched intently through the transparent observation dome, his multiple eyes scanning every movement below. The humans moved with purpose, unaware of the strange watchers in the sky. Some were gathering food, others repairing shelters, while children ran freely through the open fields, laughing, shouting, and playing as if the galaxy held no dangers. "What do you see, Dr. Zeldar?" asked a young scientist nervously, her tentacles trembling slightly. "Are humans really as remarkable as the data suggests?" The elder alien nodded slowly. "They are not only fertile, but intelligent, resourceful, and cooperative. Everything we predicted about them being weak is wrong." Suddenly, a human scout approached the edge of the forest, scanning the sky with a curious gaze. The aliens froze, unsure if their presence had been detected, but the human moved on without a second glance, oblivious to the Zychron hovering above. Dr. Zeldar smiled faintly. "They sense nothing, yet they are aware in ways we cannot measure. This is what makes them extraordinary." As hours passed, the aliens continued to observe. Each human action seemed to reveal new surprises. A group of settlers repaired a damaged water system using tools they had built themselves, improvising and working together with skill that even advanced alien species found impressive. Another group planted crops in soil that appeared almost barren, but within weeks, the plants grew tall and strong, defying expectations. Dr. Zeldar leaned closer to the holographic controls. "Notice how quickly they adapt," he said, pointing to a human building that had collapsed in a storm. "They rebuild faster than any species we have studied, and they learn from their mistakes immediately." A sudden commotion caught the aliens' attention. A wild animal had entered the colony, threatening the humans' livestock, but instead of panicking, the humans organized themselves quickly. Using clever traps and teamwork, they drove the creature away without serious harm. "Incredible," whispered one alien. "They turn danger into opportunity, and they grow stronger because of it." The observation team began to notice another astonishing fact. Humans were not just surviving, they were thriving. Their colonies multiplied rapidly, families growing in size, children learning from their parents, and each generation becoming more capable than the last. Even under harsh sunlight, heavy rains, or cold nights, humans found ways to endure and flourish. Dr. Zeldar took a deep breath. "We must record everything," he instructed. "Every act of survival, every display of ingenuity, and every sign of growth. The galaxy will not believe this until we prove it." While observing, the aliens detected something unexpected. A group of humans discovered a strange device left by a passing alien scout. Instead of ignoring it or being frightened, they examined it carefully. Curious and fearless, they began testing and experimenting, trying to understand its purpose. The aliens watched in awe as the humans learned quickly, adapting the device for their own needs. One young human girl, no older than 10, managed to repair a part that even the aliens had thought too complex for her species. Dr. Zeldar's eyes widened. Every generation of humans is smarter, faster, and more capable than the last. They are not just surviving, they are evolving in ways we cannot predict. As the day passed, the aliens realized something terrifying and exciting at the same time. Humans were unpredictable. Their strength did not lie in advanced technology or weapons, but in their spirit, resilience, and ability to grow. This was something no alien species could imitate, something that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. Dr. Zeldar turned to his team. "Prepare a detailed report for the council," he ordered. "We must show them what humans are capable of, but we also must remain cautious, for humans may be the galaxy's greatest surprise, and we do not yet know if they are a threat or an ally." As night fell over the human colony, fires flickering in small homes, the aliens continued to watch, mesmerized by the simplicity and brilliance of human life. In their laughter, struggles, and persistence, the aliens saw something that no data could ever reveal. Humans had a strength that came from their heart, not their numbers. The observation mission was proving one undeniable truth: humans were more than just fertile, they were extraordinary. And above it all, hidden in the shadows of space, the Zychron waited, ready to see what humans would do next. For every act of survival, every clever idea, and every child born was a testament to a species that no one in the galaxy had truly understood. Yet, Dr. Zeldar knew this was only the beginning. Humans would continue to astonish, challenge, and maybe even change the course of the galaxy. Back on the Zychron, the observation team gathered in the central chamber. the holographic images of human colonies flickering in the dim light. The aliens could hardly believe what they were seeing. Humans were not just surviving, they were thriving under every possible condition. Their numbers were increasing rapidly, their communities growing stronger with each passing day. Dr. Zeldar paced in front of the council of senior scientists, his voice calm but filled with tension. "We underestimated them," he said, pointing at the data. "Humans are not just fertile, they are resilient, adaptive, and remarkably clever. Every species we have studied before relied on technology or brute force, but humans, they rely on ingenuity and unity." A young scientist, her scales bristling in disbelief, asked, "But how can a species so primitive achieve this, Dr. Zeldar? They have no advanced weapons, no galactic fleets, and yet they survive, multiply, and even improve their colonies with each generation." The elder alien nodded gravely. "It is not about weapons or technology, young one, it is about spirit and adaptability. They defy logic and expectations at every turn." A heated debate erupted among the scientists, some anxious, some fascinated. One argued that humans were a threat. If their numbers grow this fast, and if they continue to adapt so quickly, they could challenge our species in a few generations. "We cannot allow such unpredictability in the galaxy," another scientist countered. "No, humans are an opportunity, a chance to study a species unlike any other. We could learn from them, perhaps even benefit from their resilience." Dr. Zeldar remained silent for a moment, studying the flickering holograms of human life. The council watched him intently, sensing that his next words would set the tone for the mission. "We must observe carefully," he said finally. "Humans are unpredictable, yes, but that is exactly what makes them remarkable. We cannot control them, and we cannot underestimate them. Every decision they make is a surprise. And yet they always survive, always grow, always adapt." The discussion shifted to strategy. Should the aliens contact humans directly, or continue observation in secret? Some argued that revealing themselves could change the humans' behavior, potentially destroying the natural patterns they were witnessing. Others worried that waiting might be dangerous, for humans might grow too powerful, too fast, to manage in the future. A senior scientist, her voice trembling with both fear and excitement, said, "Perhaps humans are evolving faster than we understand, not just physically, but socially, mentally, and even morally. We may be witnessing the rise of a species that could change the balance of the galaxy entirely." Dr. Zeldar's 3 eyes glowed softly as he nodded. "Exactly, this is why we cannot interfere, yet we cannot ignore them. Every action we take now will define how we understand humanity forever." Meanwhile, deep inside the holographic chamber, one younger alien quietly whispered, "Do you think they will ever notice us, Dr. Zeldar? Could humans recognize the Zychron watching them from above?" Dr. Zeldar smiled faintly. "Perhaps someday, but for now, the true lesson is in watching, in learning, and in respecting a species that defies all logic. The humans are not dangerous because of their weapons or strength. They are dangerous because they are alive in ways we cannot predict." The council grew silent, the weight of their discovery settling over the room like a heavy shadow. Every alien realized that humans were unlike anything they had ever seen, not in power, not in technology, but in their relentless ability to survive, multiply, and thrive against all odds. Some were excited, some fearful, but all agreed that humanity demanded respect and caution. Dr. Zeldar finally broke the silence. "We will continue observation, but we must also prepare for what comes next. Humans are no longer just a curiosity, they are a force that cannot be ignored, a species that will surprise us again and again, and when the galaxy realizes their potential, no one will ever see life the same way." As the aliens continued their debates, the humans below went on with their lives, unaware that they were being studied. Every laughter, every problem solved, every child born added to the growing mystery of the human species, and for the first time in centuries, the alien scientists understood that they were not the masters of the galaxy, they were observers of a species that might one day change the rules of existence itself. Dr. Zeldar leaned back, staring at the shimmering holograms. "Let the galaxy watch closely," he murmured. "Humans are more than just survivors, they are a revelation, and this is only the beginning of our understanding." The sun had barely risen over the human colony when the alien observation team noticed unusual activity below. Humans were moving quickly, preparing defenses, though no one knew they were being watched. Something in the air made the humans alert, their instincts sharper than ever. Dr. Zeldar frowned, sensing that these humans were not ordinary creatures. A scouting drone, barely visible in the morning haze, hovered near a small settlement. It was designed to observe, not interfere, but one human noticed its faint shadow, pointing it out to the others. Within moments, a group of settlers had surrounded the drone, examining it carefully. Instead of panicking, they were curious, cautious, yet fearless. Remarkable, whispered an alien scientist, they adapt to threats instantly, without fear or hesitation. The humans began experimenting with the drone, tapping into its controls and trying to understand its purpose. Children watched, learning from the adults, and within hours, they had disabled its tracking sensors. The aliens watched in awe, realizing that even the youngest humans were clever, inventive, and fearless. Dr. Zeldar leaned closer to the holographic display. See how quickly they learn, he murmured. They are not just surviving, they are outsmarting technology far beyond their level. Every obstacle becomes a lesson, every challenge a tool for growth. Suddenly, a natural disaster struck. A violent storm tore across the colony, uprooting trees, flooding fields, and threatening homes. Yet the humans acted immediately, forming teams to protect the children, secure food, and repair damaged shelters. Using ropes, carts, and clever traps, they redirected the water, stabilized weakened structures, and saved their livestock. The aliens watched, stunned, as every human worked together instinctively, displaying skill and bravery that defied the galaxy's expectations. One young boy, no older than 10, led a group of smaller children to safety, navigating through the chaos with calm precision. Dr. Zeldar's eyes glimmered with awe. Even the youngest are fearless and resourceful, their spirit cannot be measured by numbers or technology. The aliens realized another truth about humans: they were unpredictable. Each human had a mind of its own, yet they worked together seamlessly, adapting to danger in ways the aliens could not anticipate. Some aliens argued that this made humans dangerous, while others said it made them fascinating. Either way, humans had proven their strength once again, not through weapons or machines, but through courage, unity, and intelligence. A small team of humans discovered a hidden alien device, likely left by an earlier scout. Instead of fear, curiosity drove them, and they carefully examined it, turning it into a tool to aid in their survival. The aliens gasped silently, witnessing humans repurpose alien technology with ease. Their adaptability was beyond anything recorded in galactic history. The storm passed, leaving the colony battered but unbroken. Humans repaired, rebuilt, and celebrated their survival with quiet joy. Not one of them seemed defeated. Their laughter and determination echoed across the valley, reaching even the hidden observation deck of the Zychron. Dr. Zeldar turned to his team. This is what makes them extraordinary, he said. They are not just survivors. They are fighters, learners, and innovators in every sense of the word. The aliens began to argue again. Some worried that humans would soon become uncontrollable, while others argued that they should continue studying, learning from the species that could outsmart disaster, adapt to danger, and thrive against all odds. One thing was clear to everyone aboard the ship: humans could not be ignored, underestimated, or predicted. As night fell, the colony glowed with the soft light of fires and lanterns. Humans rested briefly, yet their minds were always active, planning, thinking, and preparing for tomorrow. The aliens observed silently, knowing that this species was unlike any they had ever studied, a species that could turn even a disaster into an opportunity for growth. Dr. Zeldar finally spoke, his voice calm but filled with awe. We have underestimated humans for too long. They are not just strong, clever, or fertile, they are unstoppable in ways we cannot fully understand, and this is only one day of their existence. The Zychron hovered above, the stars reflecting in its sleek surface. The aliens knew that humans would continue to surprise them, challenge their expectations, and perhaps even change the galaxy forever. For every act of courage, every clever plan, and every child born added to the growing legend of humanity. And in the hearts of the alien scientists, one truth became undeniable: humans were more than a species, they were a force of life, ingenuity, and unstoppable growth. The galaxy had never seen anything like them before, and it was only the beginning. The council chamber aboard the Zychron was filled with a heavy silence. The alien scientists stared at the holographic recordings of human life, every action, every discovery, every clever move by humans replaying before their eyes. Dr. Zeldar's 3 eyes glimmered with a mix of awe, fear, and excitement. These creatures are unlike anything we have ever seen, he said softly. They reproduce faster than any species in the galaxy, they adapt to disasters, overcome obstacles, and learn with a speed that is astonishing. Their unity and courage make them stronger than the sum of their parts. A senior scientist spoke, voice trembling, Dr. Zeldar, are we looking at the most powerful species in the galaxy, not because of weapons or fleets, but because of their spirit and resilience? The elder nodded slowly. It seems so. They may be small, fragile, and seemingly primitive, but in every way that matters. Humans are extraordinary. Their existence challenges everything we thought we knew about life in the universe. Meanwhile, back on the human planet, life went on as usual. Humans were unaware of the eyes watching them from the stars. They laughed, worked, built, and cared for one another. Every challenge they faced became an opportunity. Every small victory was a step towards something greater. The aliens realized that humans did not need recognition, power, or fear to thrive. They needed only each other, their minds, and their will to survive. Dr. Zeldar projected the entire human colony onto the main holodeck, the scale of their growth astonishing. Families multiplied, settlements expanded, and children learned quickly from their elders. Every moment of human life reflected resilience, courage, and intelligence. The aliens felt a mixture of admiration and unease, for these creatures were not just fertile, they were unstoppable. One young alien whispered, "Do you think they will ever notice us, or understand what we have seen?" Dr. Zeldar smiled faintly, "Perhaps someday, but it is not our role to interfere. Our role is to witness, learn, and respect. Humans are not ours to control, they belong to the galaxy itself, and the galaxy will soon understand their power." The council debated what this meant for the future. Should they reveal themselves, or continue to observe? Some argued that humans could become a galactic ally, others feared that their rapid growth and unpredictable nature could make them a threat, but all agreed on one undeniable truth. Humans were unique, a species that no alien had ever seen before, a species that could change the course of the galaxy simply by existing. Dr. Zeldar looked out the observation window, seeing the tiny lights of human settlements scattered across the planet below. "They do not need to fight to be powerful," he said quietly. "Every act of survival, every clever plan, every child born is proof of their strength. They are alive in ways that no calculation or prediction can measure. The galaxy may be full of advanced civilizations, but humans are unlike anything else." The aliens realized that humans had taught them something profound, that life was not just about technology, strategy, or power, but about adaptability, courage, and the relentless will to thrive. Humans had survived the impossible, multiplied faster than expected, and created communities that grew stronger every day. Their existence was both a revelation and a warning. As the Zychron prepared to leave orbit, Dr. Zeldar gave one final command: "Let the council record everything, every detail, every moment of human life. The galaxy must know that these creatures exist, for one day, humans will not just survive, they will astonish the universe." And far below, under the soft glow of the twin suns, humans continued their lives, unaware of the eyes watching from above. Every laugh, every step, every small act of courage was a testament to their incredible potential. The aliens had discovered the truth, a truth that could not be ignored. Humans were not just a species, they were a force of nature, a marvel of the galaxy, and a story that would echo through time. Dr. Zeldar leaned back in his chair, a rare smile crossing his face. "The galaxy has never seen anything like them, and this is only the beginning. We are witnessing the rise of a species that will redefine life itself." The stars outside the Zychron shimmered with silent anticipation. The aliens knew that humanity's story was far from over, and that the galaxy would one day look upon humans not as weak or primitive, but as the most extraordinary creatures it had ever encountered.